Alright. There we are. What day is it? What time is it? These are great questions. Great questions. So, been a minute. Not since I streamed, but since we streamed Pokemon Storm Silver. Been on the back burner while I've been working on a couple other things. However, I found myself with some free time on a day off from work. So, here we are. With the sole intent of finishing up the Rocket Tower. And maybe doing a little bit extra on top of that. But I at least want to do the Rocket Tower. This could go brilliantly or it could go miserably. For those of you that have been seeing some of the streams leading up to this, you know this is the point of the game that I am the most terrified of, I think. There's a back-to-back battle coming up. We will be facing Archer and insert mystery battle here. Thank you, Kirsty. Muchos gracias. Apreciado. Muchos gracias. Apreciado. And we're going to try and not die. That's the plan. But before we get into that, we have the team to sort out, which, let me bring up the tracker. There we go. So, I did a tiny amount of work, and I figured out what I believe to be the best team to bring into this back-to-back battle. Rhonda, Dumbo, Alfonso, Perry, Francois III, who, if we are successful, will be renamed to Francois. I believe that we'll be able to get that to fit. And Mascot. Because Archer has quite a varied team. I'm very scared of his Machamp. Like, incredibly scared of his Machamp. I don't really have a way to counter his Machamp. And his Houndoom with a Focus Sash could be an issue. That is followed up by a battle that essentially is a lot of ground types. So I'm not implying I'm not too worried about that. That'll be the battle that I wipe to. So with that in mind, obviously we have a way to set up Drizzle with Perry. We have, and just a few like odds and ends counters here. We are quite weak to grass, but thankfully we're not going to be fighting too many grass types. Other caveat, I have found and discovered a way to obtain a Covenant Orb, which is needed to evolve trade Pokemon. So, with that in mind, we're going to do that right now, and we are going to get Rhonda to become our own Machamp. Because I was thinking, okay, I don't want to break the rules of the Nuzlocke. I don't want to go out and catch a Pokemon to do one of these in-game trades, because that would be cheating. However, I found out that there was a trade in, and I can't remember if I showed this early on in the game, there was a trade in Violet City where a hiker wanted a Rhyhorn for a Gligar, and we had a Rhyhorn. So I was able to yeet the Rhyhorn out of here in exchange for a Gligar, who, went straight to the PC, but I got the Covenant Orb, and that allowed me to have a Machamp. Of course, the Gligar could be useful and become Gliscor at some point, which is very cool. So we have Rhonda, which boosts our defense, our special defense. We have the Choice Scarf, just in case that means we're going to be able to outspeed something. I highly doubt it, but, Rhonda is here for cross-chop purposes, essentially. We're going to get everyone to 48, because that is the cap for the upcoming battle. Afterwards, it is a level limit of 50, but the problem is we can't get to level 50, because, again, it's like a back-to-back battle, essentially. So let's get everyone to 48. Scary Face. Do you know? Don't think that's going to be useful. Let's just see here. No. I mean, I could do with anything above Focus Energy, in all honesty, but we're not going to bother learning Scary Face at all. We have, I think, a very good mix of bulk and offense. We just need to kind of hope and pray that it all mixes and works its way out. Because I'll be honest, the Machamp, I was thinking, we might be able to stall it out by using, Toxic and potential stall strats. And then I realized that the Machamp has Guts. And we really don't want to be raising its attack by inflicting a status effect. You know, we've seen what we can do with a rat cape with guts, right? So, Hyper Voice. No, you know Surf, Ice Beam, Protect, and Toxic, so no, we don't need Hyper Voice. So, which does imply that it could miss with its Stone Edge and its Cross Chop. I get the feeling it won't, but it could. Okay, so I just need to make sure, because this battle is back to back, I need to make sure that we have the right lead. We have the right lead for Archer, I think. We just need to... Okay, yeah. No, that is the right lead. Okay. Do we instead... No, I don't think we have it. No, we have plenty of berries, but we don't have the berries that I want. I'd really actually quite like a Chesto berry, in all honesty. But I think Rhonda's our best lead. I think Rhonda's our best lead. Delicious aqua. Yeah, because Rhonda into that, which could bring out anything. I don't really know what he's going to really pivot to from that, but then we have an answer for that. We have an answer for that. We don't have an answer for that. We have an answer for that. And we don't have an answer for that, really. And then I've just got to get through the first battle to see the second battle, so we'll worry about that afterwards. Okay. We've already fought Ariana. That was last stream. Don't worry about the fact that I'm saving in front of her. That's not really an issue. Yeah, let's say our last will and testament to our mother. Have you spent more of my money? Oh, fantastic, you have. Love you, dearest Mumsy. Okay, I'm ready. I'm not ready. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Here we go. This is the... We either succeed or we die here. No, we got it. Let's go. Commitment. Commit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is just cross chop. Oh, wow, we outspeed because of the choice scarf. It came in clutch! Let's go! I thought we were still going to be slower. That's incredible. Okay, he does go into the Gyarados. This thing is going to be going for bounce. Because it has that as a super effective move. This should just be a switch into mascot here while it goes for bounce. The problem being is if it bounces, which I reckon it's going to, it's going to go up on the switch in. Then we're going to outspeed on the next turn. But it won't go for bounce again on that turn. It'll be going for earthquake. Yeah, mascot's to play. Mascot's to play. We're going to take a lot of damage from the bounce. We are a very frail Pokemon. We're going to miss with the T-Bolt, so why don't we just wish here? Liberator, hey, sir. Are you in the, Oh, you are.
Hello. I've got
G'day.
that Uwu.
Yeah. Did we get paralyzed? Oh, we got paralyzed, man. Okay, that is turbo unfortunate. We might need to deviate from the strat here.
Oof. Hello, how was your day?
Up until I got paralyzed, it was pretty good.
I noticed you went live while I was walking back home, so I loaded it up on my phone. It was oh, you must download the Twitch app.
Yeah.
So I did all that. I left the message, and I come back, sit down, and look, see that the message hasn't apparently gone through.
Shocking behavior.
So allow me to retype it. So chances I might pop up twice. It might not. So
I'm a little concerned right now because this Gyarados is now going to be going for Earthquake, and with the Earthquake in mind, that's super effective. Mascot will die because we don't outspeed with the fact that we're paralyzed because our speed is halved through paralysis. First by technicality. I mean,
on the basis that Kirsty never said first, so therefore.
Okay. Dumbo is... I don't know why I'm looking at Dumbo. This is a terrible idea. We don't want to go into Dumbo here. We probably want to go... Do we just whittle this thing down with Toxic? That could be the play.
Could be.
Yeah, go on. Let's switch Perry in. Perry in at this point for protective purposes. But the day up until paralysis was going pretty good. How about yourself, sir?
Yeah, pretty slow morning. I replaced my shower riser and bar that went with it. Because it was completely and utterly balked, so replaced that, fixed it up. But I was kind of procrastinating on that. By the time I did that, it was around 12. So that's purely on me.
Shocking behaviour. Well, we are slower than this thing. That's fine. We'll just go for Toxic again. Oh, it missed the bounce. Why? That couldn't have happened before. First is still first, man. It's all mine. I mean, depends on how much you want to hinge on technicality. You know what I'm saying?
It's like dibs. If you don't call dibs, it doesn't count. Speaking of which.
What? Dibs. Okay. We could just... Is it going to bounce again? I mean, really, how much of a game do I want to play with this Gyarados? Because there is a theory. A really dumb theory. Because Rhonda has no guard, if this thing bounces and we then Stone Edge, it will hit. What's the odds on it bouncing again? I think the odds on it bouncing again are very high. I'm going to go for it, you know, because this thing does have a lower speed than Zangoose. Okay, so it bounces. Watch my Giga Brain right here. Giga Strats! The emulator is chugging. My PC's had a few issues with a few things today, so thankfully this is just a short stream, hopefully, to get the Rocket Hideout out of the way. And then I might have to, you know, make sure that everything else is in order. Okay, Drapion comes in. Really don't know what this thing could be going for. So we are just going to go switch into our friend Dumbo. The Drapion is Battle Armor and has a Citrus Berry. It goes... Oh, no, that's super effective. I didn't think it would go for Aqua Tail. That's its lowest power move. Okay, doesn't kill us. We are dead to crit. Question becomes... Oh, that's such a range, though. That's such a range. Okay, I didn't read that this thing had Aqua Tail. I went for Aqua Tail because the rain is up. Of course it did. That makes perfect sense. I say we... let's go back into Perry here. That's fine. That's not very effective. We have leftovers. We can't Toxic this thing, of course, because it is a poison type. But we can Surf it to death. Yeah, Crunch is fine. As long as we don't get the defense drop. We are physically bulky. Sometimes I need to learn to shut my mouth. Like...
No comment.
Okay, that is Citrus Berry proc, but it is dead to another Surf. We're not dead to crit, so we're fine to stay in. The only thing that I might have done to potentially screw myself here is he does have a Sizzle, which, of course, with the rain being up... That's a crit. Yep. With the rain being up, we do weaken our Fire-type move against the Sizzle. However... we're quite effective, and we have choice specs on Francois III. So I think we'll still be fine. Okay, here comes Houndoom. So he's probably going to go Solar Beam here. We're going to send in Alfonso, who is once again just an absolute, like, giga defense. He could be going Dark Pulse. Yeah, that's fine. Because our health was so low, it makes sense for it to go Dark Pulse. Okay, that's fine. Surf will be boosted. Now this thing has a Focus Sash. Touché, sir. Touché. That's really going to reduce our damage. Next move he goes for is probably Solar Beam. That still did a really, really, really good chunk of damage. Okay, so he's going to go Solar Beam. This is risky, but we could bring Perry in. Yeah, let's do it. Bring Perry in to get the Drizzle back going. It's risky, but the AI sees the most damage as Solar Beam. It doesn't see the most damage with a Fire move. And if it does see it with a Fire move, then we're now going to half the damage. And we turned his Solar Beam off. Because Solar Beam is only going to fire instantly if it's in the sunlight. And it's not in the sunlight because rain. Dark Pulse probably still kills from here, but he is locked into Solar Beam, which is also super effective because it's a grass type move. Question becomes, are we faster? Which I don't think we are. So what we can do here is we can actually protect, just to get a little bit more like health back. I think he's going to go Dark Pulse again. So we go Alfonso. No, goes for the Sunny Day. Okay. It's funny that I could have killed there. Now he's going to go Solar Beam again. So we go Perry. We're just going to keep switching. Like, we don't need to rush this battle. We just take things slow. We're just going to keep gaining health back. We're getting 10 health each time. And now knowing that what we know from last time, he's going to go Sunny Day again. So we fire off a Surf here. I don't know if this will do enough to kill. Because Perry has lower special attack than... just enough. Just enough. Problem is the sun is up. However, no one else has a fire type move. 2 Pokemon left. In comes the Sizzle. Probably gonna go... Don't really know what the Sizzle could go for. However, we have a direct answer with Francois. Okay, it goes Swords Dance. And we outspeed. So, not worried at all. And now with the sun up, we definitely kill this. And as long as the sun stays up one more turn, I'm going to stay in against the Machamp. Because sun boosted Flamethrower with Choice Specs definitely OHKOs it. There's no way it survives. Okay, sun is still up. Yes! God, we're chugging. We're chugging hard. Come on. Come on. Come on. Francois the Beast.
Nice.
And this, in normal Soul Silver, is where Team Rocket is finished. But I'm afraid I've got some bad news. It's Giovanni. He's come back. We're not done here. I will show you the power of Team Rocket and the fruits of our plans. Oh boy.
Later.
Here we
Not
go.
today. Oh, I lied. It is today. Fuck you, little boy. I'm going to beat your ass.
Rocket Boss Giovanni. Leads Persian.
Imagine if he just pulled out a baseball bat and just kneecapped you.
Just
like an actual mobster.
Fuck you. Right, this thing is this thing's gonna go fake out, sadly. There's no kind of like stopping that. The only concern here being how much damage do we take from the fake out, which shouldn't be a lot. We'll now go cross chop to kill this. Unfortunately, it does hit the hypnosis, which I should have expected. I'm gonna try, and that's why I was debating the Chesto Berry on Rhonda. Let's stay in just to see if we can wake up. Sadly not. Okay, that is absolutely fine. So what we're gonna do now is we are essentially just gonna pivot into well, we're gonna pivot into range strats. You know, Rhonda was there to try and take it out. Sadly couldn't. I was banking on a hypnosis miss. So now we're just going to pivot into our weather strats. You know? Rhonda's job is to basically come in. That's a crit. Holy shit. Yeah, Rhonda's whole shtick is to, like, come in, punch one thing really hard, and then leave. Okay, went for the hypnosis. If this thing ends up putting my whole team to sleep, that is going to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to go Toxic here. Okay, go Slash. We should be out of crit range. Doesn't get the crit, so that's perfect. Okay, so it's toxic. We can protect again to get a little bit more HP back. This does effectively remove Typhlosion from the fight, but because again, rain. Okay, there's slash. Because we are dead, like to slash crit. Okay, perfect. So this thing is weak from everything outside of its speed. So what we're going to do is we are going to switch into Dumbo on the basis that I don't see this thing going for like, okay, there's slash. We have really high physical defense. That's perfect. 40 damage is still quite impressive. And we do have leftovers, so we will be healing some of that. Thank you, Wild Munchlax. Let's just go for... Substitute could be really fun. Let's do that. You know, we'll do the substitute. We'll set up a substitute because we're not really going to be taking that much damage. We're going to be healing some of that back through leftovers. Not a huge amount of it. And then we will EQ. As long as that's not a crit, the substitutes check the damage. Doesn't fade. Perfect. We're now safe in terms of whatever he brings in, because we have the substitute set up. Persian dies. Okay, nice. We got 20 of that HP back. In comes Nidoking. This thing does have superpower. It does have Ice Beam, but we've still got the substitute up, so we're perfectly fine to just EQ. Substitute is going to fade after this. However, really not worried about that. All we need to do is get the EQ off. And they should take out the Nidoking. Excellent. Excellent. That substitute was so worth it, man. So worth it. Okay. Still gaining that HP back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Nidoqueen. This thing also has Ice Beam. This thing does have Toxic and Protect strats on it as well. So, we are going to switch into Alfonso. Ice Beam, perfect. We resist that all day, every day. Oh no! We now recover. We're just going to go Surf. Okay, Toxic is fine. I kind of anticipated that. The annoying part of that is Alfonso is going to be key to taking out some of the rest of this team. So we are going to be losing a lot of HP, so we are going to have to do some pivoting. Plus, I don't know if we're going to take out... Oh, we do take out the Nidoqueen. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Half their team is down. We still have Kangaskhan, Tauros, Rhyperior. It's Rhyperior that I'm primarily scared of. Oh boy, here it comes. Okay. So this thing has Earthquake, Mega Horn, Stone Edge, Hammer Arm. It is Reckless, apparently, so this is likely going to be going Stone Edge. Dumbo does resist it, but it has absolutely insane damage output. It could miss. Our only benefit is that we do outspeed it. And we can't get crit. And the rain is up. I'm surfing. It's quite effective. There's no reason this shouldn't kill. And if it doesn't, fuck me, I guess.
Well, That's certainly something.
Sometimes you don't need to overthink it. Okay, Kangaskhan. With Double Edge, Low Kick, Sucker Punch, Earthquake. Low Kick is super effective. Lapras does weigh a fair bit. Don't think it should kill me. I don't see it going for EQ here. The problem is the amount of toxic damage we're going to take after the damage calc is my concern. Okay, let's... There's no way it goes for Earthquake here, so let's go into Mascot. This is probably a terrible misplay, but I need to reset the toxic timer on Alfonso. It's going to be going for Low Kick, and Mascot is like my lightest Pokemon. Okay, perfect, that's fine. That does some damage, but some damage is better than... Okay, so now it's going to be going for Earthquake. So, with that in mind, we can switch back into Alfonso, because that shouldn't do that much damage, but then again, we end up in kind of like a bit of a weird loop scenario. Base 90 speed is kind of terrible. I wish I had taught Thunder instead of Thunderbolt. You know what? Let's fly. Thinking about it, it's gonna Earthquake. I'm gonna fly. The only problem being is now we're gonna hit fly and it is gonna hit the Earthquake. I didn't exactly think this through too much. Mascot is now dead. That's unfortunate.
Oof.
Yeah, I really didn't think that through. Really didn't think that through. Rip Mascot, you did a fantastic job, but sadly you are now Rip Bozo. I flew, I didn't think too hard into that, but we now have a clean switch in, which is really what we were going for out of that scenario. Right, rain is up. We can now go into Alfonso. Low Kick really isn't going to do that much. It's going to do a chunk, obviously. But we're not going to take too much in terms... Yeah, that was my concern. If we had stayed in on that initial move, we were going to take too much from the toxic damage. Now, this is unlikely to kill, but that's fine. That's at a good health range. So, it's going to go for Low Kick again. See, this is where, like, Rhonda... I wish Rhonda hadn't, like, managed to fall asleep. That's been the biggest unfortunate thing to occur here, really. Is it going to go Low Kick again, or is there a chance that it could Earthquake because my health is that low? I need to outspeed this thing, really. A lot of my Pokemon are quite slow. I mean, what is Alfonso's speed? 74, 83, 72, 73. Yeah. Only Mascot and Frontoir are my fast Pokemon. This is a risk. This is a risk, but I'm going for it. Don't go for Earthquake, don't go for Earthquake, don't go for Earthquake. That is arguably worse. Because now it's 100% going for Earthquake. I am bailing. I am bailing. Can Perry survive an earthquake? Yes, I think so. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods yet. We can. And we can take another one outside of crit. The only problem is it could now go for double edge, which definitely kills us. Oh boy. We are technically in a worse situation than what we were in before. I'm going to protect. Yep, there's the double edge. It's going to go for that again. Because that has base power of 180. And that's definitely killing us if it connects. We need to do some pivoting here. We need to do some pivoting. Unless it goes for the double edge again. Double edge won't kill Francois, but Francois is not killing this thing in the rain. Is the problem. Let's go Dumbo here. I think Perry is the answer. We just need to do some pivoting around. Okay, there's double edge. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh! How much easier this would be if Rhonda was, you know, awake. That's the problem. If Rhonda was awake, this would be going absolutely fine right now. Right. This is random move. Okay, there's EQ. We know we survived that. I don't really think this gets us out of a... This doesn't really get us out of a bad situation. We're probably going to need to sack something. I was kind of hoping for a double edge, but that would have killed. Right now, we're just stalling. And I don't like that we're just stalling. I don't know why it's going for Earthquake. Oh, because my health is so low, it's random move. Yeah, of course. Things are in a wee bit of a pinch right now. Last thing I need to do is switch Francois in on an Earthquake. That's honestly the worst thing I could do right now. This is where the rain is working against me. Man, if Rhonda could come in and just, like, wake up. It's feeding time. You know what? Never said it was a hardcore Nuzlocke. Okay, EQ is fine. Okay, now we're gonna Toxic. We've still got to do some work around the Sucker Punch is interesting. Protect. Just to gain that chip damage, just to gain that HP. Double edge is fine. Okay, I'm absolutely fine for this thing to... Say we just stay in. Stay in and surf. Yeah, double edge is going to do a fair chunk of damage, but it's going to take some recoil, and also we're going to get the surf damage and the toxic, so yeah, we're fine. Oh, that sucks, man. Does it die to poison? It does indeed die to poison.
Yes.
Now here's the problem. Here comes a Tauros, which basically has a very similar moveset. Very similar moveset. And it has a higher attack stat. So, you know. Right, we are going to... Did we protect last turn? No, we took a double edge hit. We're going to protect just to gain a bit of HP back. Then we're going to toxic. You know, we're gonna play this game again, right? Who'd have thought 2 battles would take 42 minutes? I'm wondering in my head if we could have done this, you know, with like surviving with mascot as well. That's a... Jesus Christ, man. If we could have got mascot to survive as well, we might have been able to. I didn't really think the whole thing through, but listen, it is what it is. Protect again, just to get chip damage with toxic. It's going to be doing random move when our health is this low, which is unfortunate. Are you killing all the Pokemon? Well, I'm trying to. It's going to be doing random move. That's the thing that like scares me the most here. We did protect on the last turn. It's faster than me. It's faster than every Pokemon I have aside from Francois. I'm not above this. Not above this at all. That's a crit. What the fuck? Oh no! Because Protect was the last move I used. So I misunderstood the way Protect works. I thought Protect failed if it was used 2 turns in a row. It turns out what that actually means is if it's used 2 times in a row, which is different because I thought I broke that up by using the Hyper Potion. So, my range strategy just fell apart. Because you kind of need a drizzle Pokemon for range strats. I was on the precipice of getting out of that with 1 death. And then 2. Because I'm a fucking idiot. The Raichu, I'm not, like, that upset about losing. The Politoed, I'm kind of pissed. According to my friend from Signwood, the legendary Pokemon will not appear if you just go down to the cave of the Whirl Island without that silver wing. Apparently, there is something else you need or something like that. I wonder what it was. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we haven't got our encounter at the Whirl Islands yet. We should probably go do that. Not yet, though. We'll go do that next time. I'm just glad to be, you know, through these Team Rocket battles. Holy chug, my game is... My game is struggling. I just want to get back to the Pokemon Center at this point. And then we have to rip Bozo, our 2 team members. Man, Perry was such a goddamn carry. He did some absolute giga, like, defensive strats. Just protected, toxic. I used that toxic TM on him. So it sucks that we lost Politoed because I was kind of really, you know, going to do some rain dance shit and, you know, like, rain strats on Claire. So, me not understanding how Protect works, kind of turbo sucks. Should have just healed again, really, and just stalled it out. But, hey, look, is what it is. Yeah. Kind of all fell apart when the Hypnosis hit on Rhonda, because then Rhonda would have been awake and I wouldn't have had so many issues with the Tauros and the Kangaskhan. But it is what it is. We're past the rocket hideout, or the rocket tower. I guess we'll rip Bozo. Yeah, wow. The Rip Bozo box is definitely filling up. This one hurts. This one, not so much. This was just stupidity on my part. 12 deaths. Yikes. I guess we'll fill out the rest of the team. I'll figure that out, though. We'll figure out what the team's going to be, because, listen, this stream was just to get through those last 2 battles, and we did it. So, hey, I'm happy that we did it. Thank you for watching. For those of you live on Twitch, consider following, and there's a link to the Discord down below as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, enable those notifications to be kept up to date with the content that comes to the channel, and link to the Discord is down below. We will catch you next time.